Hey guys, this is Echo Soundworks here. In this video, I'm going to show you a really helpful tip and trick that you can use when you're automating. It works in any DAW with any genre of music. Essentially, it's going to make your automation workflow 10 times faster. So let's dive in. All right, so automation is one of those things that a lot of people have a love-hate relationship. You love the results, you hate doing it. It can be tedious, it can be a pain in the ass, it can be a lot of work. Now, this technique we're going to look at in this video is going to be helpful for anyone who's experienced this, and I've ran into this problem many times, and it goes something like this. You're working on your track, you have things set in terms of balance and pans, anything that's on a fader level, right? And you come back to your mix maybe the next day, maybe in a couple hours, and you think, oh crap, I want to re-level everything. You know, I don't like the balance of how these instruments are fitting together, how certain things are sitting. Well, at that point, you're faced with having to undo and then redo all the automation that you've done. So we're going to use a little workflow hack that will make it so you'll never have to do that again. So you'll be able to keep your volume automation, your pan automation, but you'll also be able to rebalance the volume and pan of the actual tracks without having to redo the automation. So let's dive into Logic and see how this works. All right, so what you just heard is from our pack Vibes. It's one of the construction kits and one of the demos. Now, I pulled this up not to shamelessly plug one of our packs, but I did actually, in fact, use the automation technique that we're gonna be talking about in this video in this track. And I used it a couple times in the verse and the build-up section that we just heard. So these two green tracks, these ugly green tracks, I've colored them like this so you guys can quickly and easily see. These are the tracks that I've applied this utility gain automation technique to. All right, so the first track here is this kind of a background bells track, and the other one is a piano track. We're going to play both these together. So the volume of the bells increases with automation as it plays. We can see that here. So then as the bulk of the intro and breakdown or build up comes in, it's a little bit louder. And I turn down the piano at bar 11 because all these other chords come in down here that sound like this. The bass and the vocals. Right, so just a little bit of automation. Now, let's say I had automated both these tracks, and I'll show you this technique with the typical automation technique. We'll do it right now live on screen, on camera. So let's mute the green bell track. I'm gonna color this new one. We're gonna make it another offensive color, like yellow. Sorry for all the people out there who like yellow. So we have this track. Now I'm going to take off my gain plugin and I'm going to automate the volume up on a fader level. Fader level meaning we're actually controlling this fader over here, the volume fader, with our automation. So I am going to go here and we want to select volume and we'll just draw in a little bit of gain, increase here, like so. All right, so now we've, on a fader level, automated this bell preset. So this is what you can completely avoid by using this technique. Let's say I wanted to, you know, I start listening to my mix more critically, or I come back to it the next day with fresh ears. I'm like, oh, all these instruments need to get turned up by just maybe a decibel or 2 decibels, right? I can't go and just turn this track up. Right now it's sitting at -11 right here at the beginning, right? I can't just turn this up to -9 because as soon as I hit play, the read automation is going to kick in and it's going to kick it back to -11. So I have to go into the actual automation and change that. You guys probably all know this because you use a DAW of some sort. Every DAW is going to work like that with read automation. So by using a utility plugin to automate your gain, you can actually freely change your balances as you choose, but still have the automation to the volume, the level, or even the pan, right? So for instance, let's say I wanted to turn down everything, all 4 of these first tracks, by 3 decibels. So we'll go to -5.6. still hear the bell come in just as it did, just everything's quieter. And it's still automating in volume as we play through the first 4 bars because of our gain utility plugin, right? So if I hit play on this, you'll see that my gain knob is being automated on this, which allows me to freely change my fader level as I need, right? So we could go back to this. We can turn it back to what it was, which is about -2.6. So this saves so much time when you're working on a mix or a track that has a lot of automation, especially with vocals or maybe live drums or whatever it might be. This technique really helps. So all you need to do is create a session or template in your DAW where you have an inactive gain plugin on that track, right? And you can have it go before the effects or after the effects, a little bit different sound depending on how you spin it. So you have gain and balance, which is pan essentially. So you can control your stereo image and the volume of the track straight from the plugin without having to do any fader level automation. So then I could even pan this a little bit, even if I panned it in with the balance in the gain plugin, right? So if you guys haven't used this technique, definitely start using it. It's such a time saver. I don't want to say game changer, but it's definitely a time saver. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you like this video and want to see more videos like it, please hit that like and subscribe button. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.